back in nature again today, back where the airplanes are. It's a lovely spot here, other than the freeze. If you saw the last one, should I explain that? I don't know. So I'm in a public place. It's really noisy today, hopefully, but I have a microphone, so hopefully that works better than last time, and I can take it off and hold it if that's better too. Got flyaways. Hi, Doug. So today, welcome to the Facebook Live. I feel a little self-conscious out here. Oh, hello. Bright light. It's the Gremlins where they do that. Bright light. So, anywho, hi, Cindy. Cindy's a screener. Yay. So, can you hear me okay? Is this microphone working? And do you need me to hold it closer? So let me know those things. And like I said, you have to really, when you do these, like, resist the urge to go, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And so it's really bright. It's making my eyes water. And I'm just so touched that you're here. Anyway. So we're doing these take fives for Hollywood Gatekeepers. So Hollywood Gatekeepers welcome all the new people, hundreds a day. And when you enter the Facebook group and when you join on the mailing list, you get to ask a question. All is good. Thanks, Peggy, for the feedback. I'm golden, California golden. So when you join the mailing list and the Facebook group, you can ask a question, and we've just been literally like 350 people, 400 people a day on in the mailing list. So we're getting a lot of questions, and it dawned on me as I was kind of looking through, and I write, I pick them out and I kind of group them and stuff, and it was dawning on me that just so many people were asking. Like I have I can read. Wrong list. Here we go. I have Malene said a reader does a coverage to send to producers. And then Becky, after reading, what happens to my opinion? So we get, hi Brenda, new screen reader. Fist bump there. And she's like super active, so great. And so that question is just coming up so much. There's like 4 or so like pretty popular questions. One is this a scam? Is this for real? And I love how people sign up for the mailing list and then ask, is this a scam? If it's a scam, don't sign up. But I think it's a little too good to be true, right? So it's a little bit like, this is a scam. Tell me it's not a scam, because I really want it to be real. So I'm going to put my email. I'm taking a chance. I just love that. It's like, I got this. So, so no. That's the answer to that question. No, not a scam. There's so many ways we could go with that, but that's a very popular question. And I think as our reputation builds, we'll get that less and less, but it's kind of a fun, and it's a great path that we take from, is this a scam, to reading for people. I love that. So that's the journey. I am totally, it is like duck for cover. Okay. It's like a movie set. Sort of. I'm sorry. Super loud. Quiet on the set! Damn it! Makeup! Where's my crew? So lonely. Anyway, okay. A little punchy today. Apologize. Hi, Judith. Nice to see you. So the other question that we get is basically like coverage. What's a coverage? What is a reader, like that, just kind of basic. So I thought today, rather than do 5, I'll take a little more time and do basically what is a coverage. Or coverage. Some people say coverage. I don't know which sounds cooler. What's coverage? I think that sounds better. Right now I need some coverage. Cover me! So I know, thank you. You are my crew, Cindy. It's true. So coverage. Sometimes it's referred to coverage. Sometimes it's referred to a coverage. It's kind of interchangeable. Coverage is a thing. Kind of like screenplay and script are the same thing. Some people ask that too. Like, is there a difference between a screenplay and a script? Nope. No. And story analyst and reader are pretty interchangeable as well. Sometimes story analyst is a little fancier. Because you take the girl out of the trailer park. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's it. But you can't take the trailer park out of the girl. Oh, puppy. Yeah, most puppies are like squirrel. I'm like puppy. So a coverage is when you read a screenplay. So readers are hired to read screenplays by a multitude of people. When you read that screenplay, you need to write kind of like a book report. That's the best way to kind of tell you what it is. And it breaks it down in a couple of different elements. And we can break down each one of these and do a whole topic on it. But basically there's just basic info at the top, where it's basically, it's elevated name. Thank you up. It's basically your information, your name, yes, your name, forever on a coverage. So that's one of the reasons why you should be nice. And then the name of the script, how many pages it is, what the production company is, who asked you to read it, sometimes who represents that person, just kind of what genre it is, just basic information. And then you have a log line, which is like the TV guide version of what is this movie about. I love how on when you're flipping through the cable channels on their TV guide, they actually have little like snarky reviews of things. They're managing their log line to put in like this trepid blah blah blah, and it's like, aren't you trying to get people to watch your channel? Why are you bagging on it in your log line? Anyway, my marketing brain goes, what the heck? So the log line is basically a few sentences describing what the story's about, and it's your log line, not the writer's. Typically it's your log line. Some, especially contests, the writer puts in a log line and they fill that in, so it's already filled in when you get it. But in general, they want you to come up with a log line because they want to know that whatever's the writer is intending is coming across. And then you have a little grid, and it has on the side, it has dialogue, story, character, and depending on who you're reading for, that grid changes. We'll talk about templates in a minute. And then on the top it has, and this also changes depending on who you're reading for, but it basically has fair or poor, fair, good, excellent. And then you put little X's or sometimes numbers. They have you rate it by, they get an actual score about each element. And then you have a little summary where you're summarizing kind of what works and doesn't work. And then you have a bigger summary. So you have a summary of the script. So you need to write you need to write out the story of the script, which is why if you're a reader, you are a writer. It is a very specific skill to be able to take a screenplay, read it, absorb it, put it back into the page in narrative format is a huge talent. And being able to put it in narrative format where you are writing, sometimes it's a couple paragraphs, sometimes it's a couple of pages. Again, that is based on whoever your person that asked you to read it. They all have different templates. And so you need to capture all the key moments. You need to capture the characters. You need to capture the tone. You need to capture the style of dialogue. Like, you need to kind of get it across. And then after that, you have your comments, meaning all the things you think work about the script and all the things you think don't work about the script. And then there's also, and this varies template-wise, sometimes it's at the top, sometimes at the very last thing, where you put whether or not you pass on this script, whether or not it's a consider, and whether or not it's a recommend. And some of the more wishy-washy companies, and I actually like this because I tend to be in the middle all the time on things, have in between, they have strong consider. So it's like, can't quite recommend it, but it's really close, So, and that's a fair number of screenplays. When you read screenplays, everybody thinks, oh, they're all bad. That's not true, in my opinion. All of this is from our experience. You can talk to someone else and get a completely different 180 on it. But in my opinion, 5% of scripts are really bad, are really like, this person just does not understand writing, or like there's just no hope. Very rare. 5% of scripts, I have to switch hands for my visual. I love that I can, in the podcast or in the workshop, you don't get to see my hands moving around. And in the 5% of the scripts are unbelievable, blow you away. Everything else is in the middle. So it is like, there's very few that just completely blow your mind, and there's very few that are just terrible. Most of them, so everybody goes, you have to read a lot of bad scripts. No, I don't think so. You read a lot of scripts where people, hi Marianne, is that right? Marianne? You get to read a lot of different scripts, where people there's just elements that aren't quite there or whatever. So that's the basic, very Reader's Digest version of what a coverage is. Now, this can vary drastically depending on who you're reading it for. Is that bad grammar? So, you ever seen that card? Never mind. Sorry. Doug's used to me. There's times where I think I've said this before, he's like, I can't understand you. Because I cracked myself up. Somebody's got to. Okay, so my brain's going off on stories that I want to tell that just really don't even matter. They're not appropriate. They're not relevant. Okay. Okay. So sorry. That's not funny. Don't joke about that. It is really loud out here. It wasn't that bad the other day. I don't know why it's bad today. I'm glad that you're learning a lot, and I'm sorry that I don't know why it was like super goofy today. You don't have to say, you learned this in the workshop, but I used to be a can-can dancer, and doing that, here comes another airplane, freeze. That's from doing musical theater in a show that airplanes would go over, and we'd have to freeze when the airplane went over. Sorry. And then during the can-can, doing the same show 6 times a day for 4 years, we got to where we just, your body does the show. You don't have to think about it. And so I developed a lot of bad habits in that we would make each other laugh. And then you ever try to do a can-can? Can-can is hard, right? Laughing? Oh my God, it's really hard. It's really hard to get your leg all the way up when you're like dying, bending over laughing. Anyway, so I have really bad habits of not committing to what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry. You should see this guy. It is full. And there's nothing happening. It's not like news. Okay, sorry. It's another other. Okay, this Facebook Live is dust right over my head. Hello? Are you on this Facebook Live? Anywho, so the coverage, back. Focus. The coverage can, hola Deborah, nice to see you. The coverage can vary like drastically depending on who asks you to read it. So like if it's a casting director, that's not a bad example. I mean, they're looking for specific things, but like an actor is also looking to see if there's a role that would work for them. If you're reading for an agency, seriously. It was totally, I sat out here for a while before the Facebook Live. Peace and quiet, enjoying the sunshine. This is going to be so wonderful. It is total Sky Jam day. What the heck? Like an actor will be looking for certain roles, and like an agency, they're looking for packaging deals. So they would like to figure out like if they can get packaging means that they want a lot of people that are represented by their agency to be part of the movie. So they're looking for scripts that they have several actors and maybe a writer. Or if the writer is represented by you're reading a script and it's represented by a certain agency, they might be looking for can we use actors from our agency? That's a packaging deal. So it really, really depends. Distributors, they finance films, so they're the ones they're looking for. Will this movie do well overseas? So you need to know a bit about marketing and budgeting and kind of what makes a film high budget versus low budget and that kind of thing. So those are all not all, those are a portion of the different ways that you'll have templates, the different things that people might be looking for. And so as you can see, your writing skills come in, like this is super handy. And you really do need to be a good writer to be able to do it. Total Murphy is with me today for sure. And then, if I attend this seminar, ? Will? It's a cliffhanger. Will what? Let me know the rest of that question. We break down in the seminar, we kind of break this down a little bit more. And the other thing that we do in the seminar is we break down kind of all the things that you need to know in order to be a reader. And we've talked very freely. We do have a paid course, and a lot of people that are here today are in that paid course. We break each one of these things down in like gruesome detail. So we really dive really deep into it. But what we give you we talk a little bit about that in the workshop as well. But in the workshop, you get enough tools to be able to get started, and you get what you need to know. So you can learn what you need to know from us, and you can continue in these trainings and learn to know what you need to know, or you can take the course and really just dive in with us, and we are very hands-on, and we do a lot of things kind of one-on-one. So it is one-to-many, but we do a different kind of platform where we can all talk to each other. So it's like we're all meeting, and the community is amazing, and everybody's helping each other out. It's so awesome. Provided with companies, agencies. In the workshop, because it's a couple things. We don't specifically, we are not a job referral site. So we aren't like connecting you to things. We do show you in our course like really detailed once we know you know what you're doing. So one of the reasons that we don't just say, here's all the people looking, is we don't want to send an influx of people to a bunch of production companies who don't know how to do a coverage. We don't want to be kind of responsible for that. Our reputation's at stake as well, which is one of the reasons why we're trying to make sure that people that we say know what they're doing or that have our kind of stamp of approval really do know what they're doing. So in the workshop, we don't name companies specifically. And we don't really do that like in general because it's we need to know that if we're going to recommend someone, we need to know that they're, really cream of the crop. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Wait, what? So, okay, talk to text, Judith. You broke both hands last week. And I love that you... Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I love that you're laughing. You are my kind of gal. That keep man chin up and Rubber Tree. My best friend's company is Rubber Tree because of the ant, the rubber tree plant and all that. So good. I'm glad that makes sense. So you definitely need to talk to text. There's a really good one that's escaping me. If I think of it, I'll text my friend and ask what it is. And I'll put it in here for you. Definitely, you got to talk to text. Don't let it hold you back, though. Get that talks to text, and just to make sure you do your physical therapy and get those hands back as soon as possible. So, yeah, that's gives you a break. You get to take a break. Use it. Milk it for all it's worth. That's what I say. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that kind of gives you a little bit more of an insight of what the heck we're even talking about. Because I love how so many people are, I'm in. What is it? Oh, okay. And now there's trucks. All right. I'm going to go. Awesome. I can't see the whole comment, Marianne. Sorry, Marianne. I'm not sure. But I'll go back and look at it as well. So keep the questions coming. We'll be on the workshop tomorrow. It's tomorrow. At noon, we will be live in there and we really dig deep and you can learn all, it's all free. And then we'll be back here on Thursday at noon. Not here. I don't know that I'll ever do it here again. This has been a bit of a disaster, but so what? It's all good. It's all fun. And you guys are awesome. And I'm learning from you as well. So love it. Good to see you and hope to see you in the workshop tomorrow. Doug, can you snap the link below? Snap? Can you put the link below? I'm cool. Can you snap it? Good Lord. I can feel my teenager like, he's not even here. All right. I will talk to you guys tomorrow in the workshop and Thursday at noon. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.